Oh, that's George back.
Hello there.
Hello, George.
It's been a tiring day today.
How was your day?
You've been fine.
You look so tired.
And you look tired too. What have you been doing to yourself?
Oh, God, you don't want to know how my day has been.
Oh, wow. You set a table for two. Yeah. Just as if you know what I need. Yeah. Is it Spando?
I know your favorite.
Right.
I've done your favorite. You're welcome.
Hi, my dear.
How was work?
Tiring at work today. Got a lot to do. You know that customer I told you about has been giving us stress at work. Oh, can I take a bite?
Yeah, you can.
They look good.
Oh, you eat. I've had enough. I've been at home all day.
Oh. So how is it going at home? No, before you serve the food. Don't be in a hurry. Just talk to me. I miss talking with you all day, you know.
Oh.
And now, texting you couldn't even reply me.
Oh my dear, it's been so busy.
Oh,
I've done the laundry, I've been cooking, clean the house, took the children to school. I've gone to bring them back from school, then took them for extra lesson.
Oh God.
So I've been so busy and I'm tired.
Wow. You're so precious to us in this family.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you. This is where I'm going.
Okay.
As I was doing the laundry, I was, I put a video on. Listen to this message. There was this preacher that was preaching. She said that if, as a woman, if you are not able to help or support your husband financially, you are less a woman. And that got me thinking, George.
Where did that come from? Where exactly did that come from, my dear?
But am I not less a woman? I believed it, George.
Oh my dear, don't let anybody get into your head with this kind of...
But when was the last time I was able to help and support you as a wife?
Wow. You do that every day.
I don't think so, George.
The washing you do, the kids you take to school, the ones you help with the homework, the cooking you do. Don't you know that it will cost us money if we have to go and get someone to be helping us with this? The money you are even saving is much more than what you will earn if you are working,
But that's the problem, George. I'm busy doing this thing every day, repeatedly, and it is making me not to see the reality, not to see what is to connect with the world.
But my dear, you are connecting with your children and your husband. We love you.
George, I want to go back to my career. My career was better off and was paying off, was giving us enough money. All of a sudden, you asked me to sit down at home with the kids. And my wages, I had more money than you.
Point of correction, my dear. I did not ask you to stay at home. We both agreed on it. And so where this is coming from, I don't know. Because you've listened to someone that told you that you are less of a woman if you don't contribute money, that has gotten into your head. How is that? How does that fit into our family? Anybody can say any crap, but how does it fit into our family? We both agree.
But George, I'm running mad. Staying at home, doing the same thing repeatedly is driving me nuts, George.
If you go to work, you'll be doing the same thing repeatedly as well. I don't know where this is coming from.
But I'll be meeting with different people, talking with people. It will help my IQ. It will help me to connect with the world, George.
My dear, I don't know where you're getting all this from. Just because you listen to someone, it's getting into your head and you are taking it out on me. I'm not accepting that. As a father in this house and the husband, I think I deserve the right to go and work.
George,
that's how our fathers did it.
Exactly the point, George. You believe as an African man, just because your wife is earning money more than you, that is making you less a man. And that's why you're asking me to stay at home.
I'm not going on with this condition, this discussion anymore, my dear. If that's what you want to do, it's not yet time. You stay with the kids, probably when they've gone to uni. You can go and work. Thank you very much.
George, did you seriously say that? Did you seriously mean that? I should stay at home until the kids are 18 before I can go back to work. George, you need to come back here. We need to finish this discussion now. George!
And I'm not coming back.
God. Hello there. This is Adeyinka Adewumi, and With me is
your Adewumi,
my handsome husband, and you are welcome to Relationship Clinic with God at Heart. This is where we discuss practical, genuine, and direct approaches to marital and relationship issues. Remember that we are not here to teach you anything new, but we are only going to make you to think, about how you do things in a new way.
All right.
So we are no teachers, but we are here to help each other, to equip each other.
So, yeah, you can always make comments. You can email us privately. You can, get on some Facebook or on YouTube, and we'll be happy to listen to you. So let's get going. Today it's about
breadwinner.
Yeah. So
where do we start from? Should we start from that short playlet that they've just seen? What do you think about George this time around? Or was it Rose? What do you think?
I think George was kind of put in a very difficult situation, if I may say that. As a man, I have to put myself in that shoe as well. All of a sudden, the wife is coming with that, I want to go back to work because of other factors apart from, what is within the family. If she had to raise something, it's because I'm not more feeling good, but something led to her to start to say that I don't want to do it because she listened to something and someone said, if you are not doing this thing like this, then you are not like this, and she starts to ruminate on that and makes it a bit much more challenging for the husband.
You are so right. Maybe the approach Rose took this time around was not the best approach, but it might have been what she wanted to discuss with the husband, and she's been looking for the right method or the right time or the right moment to be able to enable her to say it out. And she watched that video and she thought this is her opportunity to express her feelings to her husband. But I think we need to get something right now. When the woman takes on the role of being breadwinner, it takes away an essential part of many men's identity. And I think that's where George was coming from, that how can you want to be the breadwinner, because they are taught to be the provider, they've been trained, he has been tailored all his life that he should walk and talk as the man and as the breadwinner of the home. So now Rose is saying, I want to take up that role. Or I think from that short playlist, Rose said she used to work before and the money she was earning was more than that of George. So I think that's where the confliction is coming from.
It's no, because if you actually look at it critically, looking at the society and the role of both of them, the husband and the wife, male and female in a marriage, it's much more appropriate. Let's face the reality, for the woman to step down from work. Is it that she reduces it or work from home, or if it's not possible, if the husband is able to finance it, can stay at home and be a full-time housewife. It's much more suitable for a woman than a man.
So are you saying that it is more appropriate and it is not suitable for a man to work and the woman stays at home? But what about the scenario that was played in that play?
Okay, what scenario would you love? That the husband stays at home to be cleaning the house, take the kids to school, and do the laundry, wash plates. How does that help the family? I'll tell you what will happen if that happens in any family. If any husband find him or herself, himself in that situation, it's because of it's probably for a temporary, you understand me, arrangement with the wife. Okay, probably he just moved, or probably something happened, he was stopped at work, or he just couldn't get a job at that time. It's something they could plan and work on. But for a man, it's not something that can continue and say, okay, because I've gotten this job and the MD or whatever, so my husband should stay at home and take care of the kid. Especially in this part of the world where we live in Europe, in the Western world where you don't have housemaids like they have back in Africa. It's something that the two of you have to really sit down and talk about. Do you want to pursue this career, or is it? Do you know why? It's because it goes beyond just helping. If a man wants to help, he helps from the bottom of his heart. He wants to do it and he's doing it. But when he's compelled to do it, he's going to approach it in a different scenario. He's going to be approaching it from a different angle. So this is what I have become. So this is the whole of me. This is what I'm able to produce. I'm what less than an ordinary man. So it's going to affect his ego. It's going to affect the way he treats the wife. It's going to affect the way he relates with the society. It's going to actually dampen his morale and reduce him to nothing. And I want us to always know that when the wives come back, she may end up doing more than half of what she would have done when she's at home.
In couples, it is often not just a role that he was trained for. It is a role that the society expected of him to do, isn't it? Many were even told that God said that the husband is supposed to play the role of the provider.
And now that's where I'm going. Before you go ahead on that one, we need to. It says, that's why I pulled this up before we start at all, because this is the argument some people use. Is in 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8. Some say any man, and some will say anyone. So the passage says, 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8 says, anyone who does not provide for their home. That's in NIV. Let's go to King James Version. Version says, but if any provide not for his own. The point they have taken there is the is. Because the Bible didn't say her home. So, and because of tradition as well, we've kind of wound it around the man. But it's not 100% the role of the man to provide for the home.
Okay.
It's for both of them, because even if the wife is not working, she's providing for the home.
Thank you.
Okay. And if I'm allowed to say this, you see, let's just agree that it says it's any man. Okay. Let's say the Bible says it's any man. Now, can we remember that in the beginning, before before Eve was created, the Bible said that male and female, he created them, and it was only Adam by then. So it means that Eve was already in Adam. So it doesn't matter whether he says he or she, it's still referring to man. That's Homo sapien, man, is what is represented there. And man means a man, can mean a man, can mean a woman. That's the way I see it.
Thank you very much. So as a man, I want to focus more on our men now. If you have to sit down as a couple and assess the situation, it might make economic sense if the wife would go out to work.
But I've just analyzed
I'm not saying it's the role of anybody, but I'm just saying sit down as a couple, and homes are different. The way what applies to my home may not necessarily mean what will apply for your home. So sit down and talk as a couple and analyze the situation. Be real with yourselves. Don't let ego creep in, because ego to me just means I, me, my final say, my final word. Sit down as one. See the two of you as one. Okay, you earn more. If I stay home and look after the children, take care of the house, which the wives will still help as well, even if the husband goes out to work, when he gets back home, it will still help as a husband.
My dear, let's face reality here. Reality here. A man is built in a way that he just has to provide.
Yeah.
Whether it is little or big. I support a situation where it doesn't matter where the wife earns more, but both of them, they have an arrangement where they work. If a man doesn't work, it's more dangerous for the wife and the home.
And the home.
And that's
because it does accept affect their self-esteem.
How affects self-esteem? Yeah,
the self-esteem and the confidence, and they have this guilt in them that I am supposed to provide for my home. They see themselves as less a man. They think that the responsibility has been taken away from them. So they struggle with it. And that is why, as a woman, you need the grace of God upon your life. If you are in that role, if you're playing that role for that period, you need the grace of God to be able to do it well. Because I must be honest with us women, sometimes when we are in charge, we don't know how to handle it. It gets into our head. But the Holy Spirit will take that off us today in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. You need to face that. You sit down as couple and accept the situation for what it is. If it's going to favor us, the economic at that time will favor the woman to work, let her go and work. If it favors the man to work, let him go and work. What is the best thing? You have to have the best interest of the relationship at heart. That's the first thing you need to do. Picture carefully the role you want to play and think about it and talk about it. Okay, I want the best for my home. I think I'm going to take my ego out. If my wife works, it's going to help us. It's going to move the home forward. It's going to support the home. Then let it be. You have to learn and remind yourself, maybe I don't bring money home. Sometimes you let guilt creep in just because you don't remind yourself that maybe I don't bring money home does not make me less a man.
The finances of the home is not the major issue in the home.
Exactly.
What's major in the home is the sustainability of the home.
Exactly.
It's the stability of the home. It's that the marriage doesn't break no matter what comes onto them.
And
so
again,
this is what,
my dear, I don't think it's just that. It comes from when the husband realizes and know that he is the head of the home.
The husband is the head of the home. The main issue here is it doesn't have to be the major. As in, okay, my wife earns £1 million a month. I want to earn £2 million a month. So I will impede her. I will make sure that she doesn't earn more than I do. That's the area that it is bad from.
Exactly.
Okay.
And because we need to let couples know that money is the major problem in home. One of the major problems in homes. And when you face the fact, or and accept that it is not your money, it is not our money, it is our money, I think that will solve a lot of problems. That no matter what you earn and bring home, whoever is earning it, whoever is bringing it home, it is our money.
Let's say what's practicable. Mm-hmm. See, if probably during courtship or immediately after marriage you've been open to each other, openness, then it helps the husband.
Yeah.
In that situation, he knows that, okay, whatever my wife brings home, this is how we've been doing it. Mm-hmm. You come home with your wages. I don't need to worry about how much you earn because I already have an idea of it. I could go into the account and check. Yeah. You can check mine. Everyone is free. If tomorrow I stop working, I'm not going to worry that, this is it. Because it's always been an open thing between the two of us.
Yes.
And that is what helps. But in a situation probably where the husband has been, my money.
Exactly.
And the wife has been doing my money. So men have to, in those situations, will think, I better work, otherwise this woman will show me. Probably because of what he has done in the past, or what he or the woman also has done in the past. So it's all about openness. When people are married, they are not like this. They are open up, because the Bible said they were naked. When God found them, they're naked to each other in everything, and that's what really matters. And I want to say at this point that I want to address men that there is nothing wrong if your wife earns more money. That's number one. It doesn't change who you are. You got to accept that fact that this is what is good for the family. In places where you can go for housemaid, which is with a caution, go for it. Go for professional ones that can help you bridge the gap when your wife is not there, or those things that she cannot do at that time. So you bridge that gap. And then secondly, I want to say that it's what worked for you. If you remember in that video, Rose was saying that she watched a video and someone said, if you don't can't give your husband money, or you can't support your husband financially, then you are less a woman. It doesn't change you. I don't know where that comes from, to be honest. It doesn't change who you are. The contribution you make in the home, I'm talking to good housewives now. I'm talking to good wives that the Lord has laid it in their hearts to love their family and their children. You are doing the best. Don't let anybody pull you down. Don't let anybody, they call them housewife, does not change who you are. If your husband is happy with this agreement, you've agreed with it and it's working for you, don't look into another man's greener pasture that like you think and think yours is not as green as that person is. Don't think you are losing anything by taking time off work to take care of your family. Because if you don't build that house, that's the house that you are building. If you don't do it now, it will crumble on you. So it's primarily, women are much better with kids. They can handle them better. They can speak senses into them. They know when to say come for a hug. They know when to rebuke. But a man can always come from the sharp angle. Rebuke, 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 rebuke. And the woman can be patient. Let's do this homework together. Let's go over it. A man is saying, I've taught you this thing yesterday. Why are you like this? I don't have your time. Because it's not in our nature. We are praying to have that nature where we'll be cool, where we'll be gentle. But most of us are work in progress. So don't let anyone get into your head and you think that you are not good enough because you are an housewife. No. What works for your family is what you should be working towards.
Thank you very much. Another thing I want us to talk about is respect. Respect is very, very important. Even if the wife or the husband, you earn more than the other, don't make the woman feel less of a woman or make the man feel less of a man. You are one in that family. Respect each other. They say respect is reciprocal. When you respect me, I will respect you back. And it will take you further. It will make your journey to be so smooth when you respect each other. Don't think because you earn more, your wife needs to come and beg you for money. She needs to tell you, I need to buy pad before you give her money. I need to buy some clothes before. Go out, take your wife out. Don't think because she's not been in work for some time, you can't take her out, on a dinner or for a business meeting. No, take her out. Let her be presentable, even if she's not working. And even because you are the one doing all the work, don't leave all the housework to the other party. Support each other. Respect that other party as well. It is very, very important that we support each other. And again, talk about things. Talk about issues.
Discuss things.
Communicate.
Communicate.
Like I love the beat. What Rose did. That she watched a video and she spoke with her husband. She sat him down. Some women would take things personal. And because of that, they would say no to the man at night. Yes, because you should be able to read my mind, to know that I'm not happy in this situation. And the man on the other side doesn't know, or the woman, or the way you spoke to me just because I asked for money, or the way you spoke to me because I took some money out. I don't like it. And because of that, you shut the war. You shut communication. Talk about things. Talk about and don't take things. Don't let it drag in, and don't invite the third party into your home. And the third party might just be you listening to a message out there and you're bringing it in your home to start a war. It might be what your friend told you that they're doing in their home and you think it can be applicable to your home. Don't invite third party into your home.
Thank you very much, very much. And In conclusion, it's very, very important that the two of you sit down together and work on what works for your family. And if the husband has asked you to stop working and take care of the kids, make sure that he has an account for you, probably where some miscellaneous goes into, that you can actually dip into and buy stuff without disturbing him. And make sure that it's a concrete agreement between the two of you, and that there is love there and mutual respect for all that you do. It's been a great day.
Yes, remember that your ultimate goal in your home, in your marriage, is your happiness and that of your spouse. So make or do anything possible to have that. You're blessed for life.
You're blessed for life. Thanks for listening to us today. Much. And God bless your
Please
home.
Send your comments, your contributions, and help us to share this video. Thank you very much. It's been a wonderful time with you. Bye for now.
God bless you.